Hello, you guys. I'm sorry. I know it's been messing up so bad. If you guys can bear with me. Okay. We're just not going to show no videos this time. This is basically going to be about the facts. And we're going to tell the story of King Hill and how he became missing and how all this extra craziness has happened and went down and why. Okay. Now, for the people that do not know of the King Hill case, on July 7, 2020, Philadelphia police said 2-year-old King Hill disappeared from 31st and Page Street in the Strawberry Mansion. The toddler was last seen in the morning around 9:50 a.m. Hill's stepfather planned to drop the toddler off at the mother Kimberly Hill's home. They have that messed up. Yes, Tori, we're finally back, and hopefully no more skipping. At Kimberly Hill's home. Kimberly Hill is actually the grandmother that is not the mother, okay? Instead, the mom received a text from the stepfather that set off the search for her son. The stepfather said a babysitter had dropped off King. The mother says this was the first time that she has ever heard of a babysitter. Hey, Purple Gold. Hey, y'all. Okay. We have some special guests on the live as well, you guys. Pretty sure you guys already know. No, you don't know. We have Miss Ty on the line, and we have Miss Dolly on the line. We're going to get into exactly who she is later. Right now, we need to figure out the whole case about how King became missing and how the stepfather ended up handing him off. Okay, we're going to get into all that. Okay, so basically, King was living with, well, not living with, the stepfather. Right.
Mhm.
Please help me out a little bit.
He was
Mm-hmm.
visiting with the stepdaddy.
Visiting, exactly. Visiting with the stepdaddy. Okay. And basically, stepdaddy was helping Amber out with King. You know, I mean, of course, any mother will want a father figure in their baby's life if the father is not present, you know. So that's what she figured he was doing. He was stepping up as a father figure in King's life. He would call and ask for King. So she only did what was right, and she let him see King, even though that was not his biological kid. But a lot of men want baby boys, you know. So she thought that's what it was, and he was going to take on that role as a father figure. So she let King stay with the father, what she thought was the father, for a little while, you know. So basically, while he was staying with this father figure, we gonna say father figure, because at this point, I really don't know what to call him. Okay, he was supposed to be watching King. He let this random lady that was working with him take over the child while he was working. They worked at the same gym together. That's how he knew her. Her name was Tiana Parks. Now, it has came out that Tiana Parks is actually a guy, okay? But that's neither here nor there, okay? But yeah, I don't know how they really, what relationship they had with each other, why she was taking King. But basically, he was trying to play this role as a single father. Like, this was his baby and the mother wasn't helping. So that's what he was trying to play. So Tiana, she took the baby off his hands and was trying to help out, you know, from what I heard. Basically, after a couple weeks, well, okay, okay, let's lay this part out. Okay, so while she had King, he would call and she would let him talk to the baby on FaceTime and stuff like that. Mom would also do the same thing as well. So they was keeping contact with King. All of a sudden, she stopped letting them see King. She stopped answering the phone. She started saying, oh, he's busy, he's doing this, he's doing that. And then the father showed up to the house, apparently. Apparently, the father showed up to the house and demanded to see King. And at that point, she came up with, oh, I dropped him off to his mother's house already. Now, that is the part that everybody got confused because now Tiana Parks is saying, oh, she dropped King off to Amber. Now, Amber's getting blamed. Basically, everybody's saying, oh, well, you have your baby. You know something about this. She said she dropped the baby off to you. You have to know something. And at this point, it's like, she's like, hold on, wait. She dropped the baby off to me. I don't even know this lady. I've never even heard of this lady before. Wait, why does she have my baby? How does she have my baby? Why would she drop my baby off to me and I don't even know her? Like, and that was another thing in my book. Amber knows nothing of this lady, so why would, and oh, that was another red flag too, you guys. So after apparently the baby, he heard that the baby got dropped off with the mom. He said okay. He thought it was okay. He left it alone. Then the mom contacted him, asking him about the baby, and that's when he came out and basically, and that's where everything is getting all mixed up as well, because they're saying, oh, he came and he said that the baby went and called the cops and basically claimed the baby was missing at that point. But other people are saying at that point that's when Amber called the cops because he was acting funny at that point. He wouldn't answer the phone. He was doing the same stuff that this other lady, Tiana Parks, was doing. He's busy. He's playing this and that. So why are you acting like you don't know who my baby is, or you acting the same way as this lady? Because first of all, this lady told you that she dropped the baby off to you. So why are you acting funny when I asked you what my baby is? That's the part I don't understand as well. Am I saying anything wrong, you guys?
Uh, yeah, we probably have to tighten up a few facts there.
Okay, please help me.
Tiana, who is the alleged babysitter,
Mm-hmm.
supposedly told the police that she dropped King off with Amber,
Mm-hmm.
King's mother. Amber denied that happened. Amber never received her baby. The
Mm-hmm.
stepdad was supposed to drop off groceries or snacks for the kids the next day, so he called to say he had the snack. That's
Mm.
when King never made it to his mother. And at that point, I think they both probably called the police.
Mm.
But we know for sure that Amber put in a police report and or a call to the police, and that Marvin also called the police
Okay.
based on the report.
Okay. So both of them made a report. Hmm. So he was supposed
Mm-hmm.
to drop off groceries to Tiana Parks.
No,
No.
Oh.
don't drop snacks off to the kids to their mother because Tiana Parks supposedly dropped King off to
Oh.
his mother.
Oh. So he was going. Oh. Okay. So he was going to Amber's house.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. That's okay. So that's when that's when everything hit the fan.
Right.
Right. So
Oh. Okay. So
the
that's cleared up.
everything that Tiana Parks told the police was a lie. She made up several stories, allegedly, right? And the Philadelphia police, called in the FBI for assistance with forensics on the technical part. So they did some forensics on the cell phone and Tiana Parks was arrested and charged with murder and 6 other charges.
Hmm. Oh.
However, however, they don't know the time of the death, the date of the death, how he died,
Where
where he died, but the police went to Amber, King's mother, and told her that her son was deceased and that they know they have evidence that TP, Tiana Parks, killed him before he even came missing.
before he was even reported.
Missing. They say they have video evidence of Tiana Parks killing King Hill.
Mm.
Now that has all of us kind of confused because you go back and forth. You know, is it true? Is he deceased? If he is deceased, then why? How do they not know when, where, and how? You know, so there's no body, and I think they even told King's mother that they might not ever. I think I heard that they might not ever find
Cover
his
his
body. So, it's a lot of mixed feelings for everyone, for King's mother, for the whole family, for anyone, for me, anyone watching this, anyone following the case. It, it gives us hope because a lot of us feel like he's still alive. Someone has him. He's alive.
we're
Exactly.
all we're all praying that he is still alive because we would love to see this baby go back home to his mother.
Yes.
And no, it's not perfect. Yes, she was allowing her 2-year-old to go away for the summer with the stepfather. Sometimes people have arrangements that other people just don't understand. It's not really our business. It That arrangement really doesn't hold any merit.
At all, because
We
at that point he was the father. He know this
ex-
baby
And
since he came out.
he was the
exactly
father. When I met King, I'd never met him as this is my stepson. I met him as this is my father. I don't even like the word step and anyway for anybody. I don't like the word stepdaughter, stepson. But anyway, he felt that was his son. He loved him like his son. King's mother Amber was comfortable and trusting of Marv to have King at long periods of time. That was their arrangement. There was two. Amber has 2 kids. Amber had their daughter, which is Marv's daughter, and then they shared, King. Sometimes I guess Marv would pick him up and stay with him for long periods of time. He helped her. Every mother, every mother wish she could have a break. Every mother's wish. If you're a mom, because I'm a mom of 3 and many more,
Yep.
and if you could say, "Oh, I never need a break from my kids," then I'm gonna tell you, you a liar.
You be lying.
You be lying. So
Everybody needs a break.
everyone needs a break. Everyone needs help. Back in the day, they used to say it takes a village,
Yep.
right?
Yep. You right about that.
So she was lucky. I'm sure Amber, a lot of people would wish that they had that someone they could trust and
Exactly. Especially if you see that this person is really good with your kid. Like,
right.
It's
what can
actually
you
pretty
say?
normal too. Most people have the father. You go with your dad in the summer. You go
Yeah.
with. I did that. People like to point fingers, but they don't realize that a lot of times when both parents are on the up and up, that's the agreement.
Yeah.
It'll be like every other weekend, and then every other summer, whatever it is. So regardless if he's the stepdad, the real dad, whatever it may be, he raised her daughter with her, which is
Exactly.
his biologically. They had a bond. They already went through this with one child. So there was a reason to be comfortable. They
Mm-hmm.
already did this already with one child. She
Yeah.
had really, honestly, every right to be comfortable to send King when he didn't have, and he's a boy too. And everybody acts like sending him for the summer so weird, but it's really not. Like that's a
It's not.
very common thing that you see in the
It
courts,
is.
everything.
It
Some
is.
people,
So
especially for
Especially with
like
a
the
boy.
Hispanic, and especially the Hispanic community. How many women I know that have sent their kids to Puerto Rico or Dominican
I
Republic
know
for
a
the
few
whole
of
summer.
my girlfriends. Yes, Colombia,
The
all
whole
that.
summer. You know, And she was seeing him at times. Like, I don't know how they had the arrangement, but she was seeing him at times. But he was still here in Philly where she was at. I mean, I know many people that have gone away the whole summer for 2 months with a family member. It's someone you trust. People could easily say. First of all, I think the mistake that came out in the very beginning is stepfather. That's number one. You know, because like I said, I knew Marge. I knew him. I know him, and I met King, but I met him as this is my son. I didn't meet him as this is my stepson. So when you meet a person like that, then you feel like, all right, he loves his son. This is his son.
Exactly.
So
Regardless, nobody's gonna ever call it weird until something, God forbid, like this happens. Really, let's be real.
Yes.
It's all normal and dandy. Like, oh wow, you get the summer off. That's great. He spends time with his boy. Like this and that. It's all nice. And then, God forbid, you are that person where something like this happens, and then everybody has something to say.
Everyone has something to say.
That's it. And then all of a sudden, you're this, you're that. Whether you are or not, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna be what they want to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's true or not, no matter what it is, and that's just it. Yeah. And meanwhile, it is very common. We should actually look up the statistics on how common it is in the United States for that type of custody. That should definitely be something that is notated in this case and the timeline, because people need to really know the facts on what people in the United States do. This is common.
Yeah.
So before you point a finger, know that this many people do it.
Yes. And have some compassion for this mother.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, a lot of people are bashing Amber, and I just don't understand that, because she was just letting her father be a father. And that's what a lot of these people complain about nowadays. A lot of these girls and people, they complain about all these fathers don't take care of their kids and how they don't want to be in these kids' life. But guess what? He was a guy that wasn't even his kid, and he was still taking his baby. Now, what he did with the baby, yeah, it's fucked up. But in her eyes, she's like, oh, he's helping me out. He loves my baby. He look at my baby like this my baby. Every time I come around somebody, they saying, oh, I thought this was his kid for real. So, like, what? Ain't like he's saying this is my stepchild. He's saying this is my baby. Like,
exactly. So no one could bash her for her letting their son, because that's what we're gonna say. That's why stepfather makes everything upside down. No one could bash the mother for her letting their son go with the dad. I mean, listen, and whatever they want to say bad about her, it don't matter. It's stupid, because her baby did not go. King Hill did not go missing in Amber's care. Okay.
nope.
That's right. And no matter
So
what.
what's the point? So what's the point of saying anything bad about her if King Hill did not go missing with Amber?
And sad too, because people love to do this. They love to blame and dig up dirt the second something happens in your life. Meanwhile, it's completely irrelevant to the case. You weren't even there. You don't even know what happened. You got to go and ask the father what happened. And you were doing something that's legal, something that's right, something that you actually have basis to do it off of. You raised a child already with this man. Like he's lived with you. You've been together. So but the second that anything happens, a hiccup, or you are on the news or anything like, they want to rip you apart, and they will find every piece of dirt on you. And the normal things are the things, hey, you do here and there, whatever. Suddenly, oh no, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You went from I smoked a little pot here and there to she's a complete drug addict. She let this, and that's what people do though. They literally just make the story what the hell they want it to be.
Exactly.
And forget what it's like to be even a person, or wow, you know what, that could have been me. How about that?
Yes. And totally taking the focus off of what is the main purpose of these chats. King Hill, bring him home. Bring him to his family, whether he's still with us or not. They need closure. And we should have compassion for this young lady, if nothing else, right? Because she lost a child, number one. And now there's all this victim blaming. That's not right.
Yeah, and that was another thing. It's another lady that's out there. She's doing a lot of victim blaming. She's putting a lot of people out there, but at the same time, this lady is messing up this case a lot. Because she, in the end, she gonna be conflict of interest.
Yeah, but
We didn't even get to her yet.
Even before we talk about that lady, let's talk
Yeah.
about how since the babysitter Tiana Parts
Hmm.
said that I dropped the baby off to the mother because the baby mother was harassing me for days, texting me, threatening me, so I dropped the baby off. Even though that sounds stupid, because even if those phone calls were real, that somebody that she don't even know, that she's never met, was texting and calling her and talking about, you got to bring my son to me now. You think I'm going to meet a stranger? I would have waited. I would have waited until I talked to the father, Marv, since Marv is the one who let her babysit the baby. King.
Exactly.
I would have waited. I'm like, look, shorty, I don't know who you are. I gotta wait because I'm not just gonna meet you somewhere and drop off King to a stranger. I don't know you. Anyway, Tiana Part sticks with the story that she was getting harassed. She dropped off King to Amber. However, Amber took a lie detector test.
Came back negative.
It
Not
came back
true.
that she took two lie detector tests, right?
Yep.
That's right.
One here at the police station and one on the Steve Wilkos
Oh
show.
wow,
Yep.
really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
That poor girl. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't know she did one at the police and then still went to the show.
Yes.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
And even after people saw the show, they still went
And
after
bashed her.
her. This is
And
crazy.
just because this lady went and lied and said that she gave her child to her when she don't even
right.
know the lady. Like, you never seen this lady, don't know what she looked like, don't know her name. And then you tell the father that you dropped the baby off to his mother? Like,
But didn't
what?
they check Tiana's phone records and prove that none of those calls were made? Is that correct?
We're not. We
No.
don't really know. We don't know.
You don't know. Okay,
We
I just
know.
wanted to
We
know
know
if that
for
was true or
sure.
not.
We know for sure it wasn't Amber who she met.
Right.
She
Exactly.
If she met anybody.
And then
but
she blamed
we
it
don't
on
know.
the other guy, too.
Well,
Yeah.
it seemed as if she was making that story up. But now that there have been other players that have come into the picture, now a lot of things that didn't make sense in the beginning are starting to come to fruition, so to speak.
Mm.
Like what? What do you mean?
It's a few questions in the chat.
Oh, go ahead. Look at the chat. Yeah.
Says, why didn't he get his own daughter?
Listen,
We don't
we
know.
can do a lot of why ifs and why not, but you know what? You got to remember too. Marv is 55 years old. Amber's younger, yes. However, a lot of older people, because my dad has said this before. A lot of older people feel like the daughter should be more with the mother, and the boy could be with the father. I heard that, like,
Old school way to do things.
yeah, I heard that a lot. I heard that from my own
Yeah.
father, and I love my dad.
Way to
But
do
my
things.
own father would say that. So we don't know. I mean, I don't think
Well,
any
he
of us
and
can
his
answer.
daughter, he just did different things with King. Am I right? Or
I'm sure he saw his daughter, of course, right? And I'm sure he spent time with her, but
His daughter needed extra care, so she had to stay with her mom.
yes,
Plain and simple. She
yeah,
had to stay with her mom. She couldn't go.
she's not used. She can't be used to change, or
But King, which he knew since he was a baby as well, was like his son as well. So he took King helping Amber out because she had two kids. So he took the boy. I'ma
well,
help
not
raise
only that, he
him.
works in a gym, and it's more of a boy atmosphere. It's
Right, you
boys
would
and
think,
women,
yeah,
and what
you would
he
want
does
your son
at
to
the
be
gym.
raised around that.
Right. What he does at the gym would be more of like what the father son would do. Not saying that his daughter can't come. I'm just saying his daughter was older.
Hmm.
She may have not just been into it either. It may not be something. That's why. And King was, and he was running around. He's 2 years old, having fun, and it might have been something that was fun for him to do, you know. And
Yeah.
because she was older, she wasn't as interested. But there's nothing wrong with that. That
And
shouldn't even be a
just that
question.
Denver was it. Denver is autistic, which
Mhm.
is none of anybody's business.
Right.
But because we have to lay a foundation so that people get a clear, concise understanding of what's going on,
Mhm.
That's
Denver.
why he didn't have his daughter.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to stay with her mother and grandma. She was more comfortable with them. Artistic kids. I have a lot of cousins. They're artistic, and it's hard for them to get used to a change. They have a routine and they stick to their routine.
Yep.
So if mom and grandmom could be home with her, that's best because Marv was on the go, going back and forth to his gym or whatever.
And that's partial speculation on my part. That's what I believe. We do know
Right.
for sure that Denver is autistic, though. So that would pose challenges for
She
Marv, I
said
think.
he wants her now and is trying to get custody of her.
Well, he could cancel that. How could he possibly, after this baby went missing
In his care, right? Possibly want
kidding
your
me?
daughter. Why would anybody in their right mind give him any custody of a child and you pawned your child off on somebody else in the first fucking place?
Well,
Yeah.
to different people apparently. King was unfortunately King was in different places that he never told Amber, and he should have. He should have told Amber. Wait, we need to go back too because TP was saying Tiana Parks not only said that she dropped off King to Amber, she also had mentioned Amber's brother.
Right, that's what I was
Amber's brother,
saying. And she was
yeah,
saying that she had dropped it off to the other guy, which is her brother.
her
So
brother. So
she kept coming up with all these, oh, this person, that person, when you don't even know these people. And
but the
wasn't it said
brother,
that she came out with a car and what kind of car they was in and this and that?
Yes,
yeah,
it was
she said
a
all that, yeah.
description of a Buick or Lumina or something.
And the brother took a lie detector test and he
Also,
passed through, so that was
yeah.
not true.
So Cody and Amber Hill
Yes,
did not have anything to do with the disappearance of King Hill. That needs to be put to bed. People need to stop saying that. And as a community, we need to come together and wrap our arms around this family because they have suffered a significant loss without even having his remains if he's not here with us. So there's so many unanswered questions. And instead of passing judgment, we need to be empathetic and try
past prayers.
ourselves in this family's shoes and how we would want some support from our community. Like,
Yes.
Hmm. Regina says, has anyone in the chat ever heard of the ACIM system? It is a free resource police can use. It is missing child alert, but the system physically calls numbers in the missing area.
No, I never heard of it. No.
No, we was talking about that earlier. But
and
yeah,
that
okay.
was too in the beginning that there wasn't an Amber Alert, but this situation did not qualify
For
for
an
an Amber Alert. Emotions aside,
Yeah. It
right?
was a,
yeah,
It didn't qualify.
it was a hard situation because when the cops said at the press conference what they said, it's hard because there's so many different stories.
exactly.
You know, Tiana saying I dropped off the baby to the mom and a man that looked like her brother. Amber, the mom, is saying she never dropped off my son. So it's too many different stories. And then Tiana wasn't talking; she didn't want to talk. So
Came out of nowhere.
yeah. I mean, she's arrested. She's sitting there in jail. She'll have her preliminary hearing December 2nd. We'll
That's
see
right.
what happens.
Allegedly, she's talking.
That's the crazy
Allegedly,
part.
we don't have
Mm.
we don't have any proof of that, but
Hopefully.
there have been other people who come out and made accusations against people that don't have
Nothing to
anything.
do
Anything to
with
do
it.
with the baby's disappearance.
Hmm.
And that's what we want to touch bases on as well.
And that's the twist, right? Because when that part is, or when we get to the point where authorities actually let the public know
Okay.
what they have, right? One thing is for sure, if you follow these cases with these babies, like I do, 9 times out of 10, they don't have an arrest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or charge. If they do arrest somebody, they don't have like the murder charge in place. So the bonus with this situation, the silver lining is that they were like lightning speed. Once the FBI got involved and did the forensics on her phone, she was arrested right away. What was that? That was like the first week of August, I think it was. She got arrested.
No, July. I think it was July 20th.
Yeah,
It was
but
definitely
it
still
was
July.
about 3 weeks they made that arrest. So
Well, not anymore.
yep,
Okay.
this
Yeah.
time,
Yes. So who are you, Ty? Ty. You can't just say this is Ty. You gotta say like who are you? Just say you part of the group of.
well, I'm a part of several groups. I'm just an advocate for the babies. I
And
just want
she's part
to,
there. There's a King Hill on Facebook group, and she's part of
yes,
the group.
definitely.
And so is that other pretty lady sitting there.
Hi.
They call me SP the Truth.
That's right.
I mean, they are my initials. I'm just
That's
saying.
right.
It was a coincidence.
They're your initials, but they're your initials, but I'm never calling you that.
I know.
Never.
I was just trying to think of something witty.
Right. And then okay, so let's talk about the person that's talking crap on people.
Oh, here we go.
Start that off, and then I'll say you get into that, and then I'll say who I am. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I don't have my sound on. Did anybody hear me? Y'all probably heard me, but
Yeah,
my channel
we
didn't
heard
hear
you.
me.
I
Damn.
hear
Okay. So basically, Microwave Frank, and I don't know too much about him, but basically, he has a computer, and this is what I got from all of this. He has a computer that they want, that Marv and his new girlfriend, that is
The wife
a,
now.
she says she's a federal agent. She says she's some kind of FBI, some kind of clearance. She has some kind of clearance where she claims she was talking to the witnesses that day of for the case, the Hill case. Apparently, she talked to Tiana Parks and some other people about the case. Now, I don't know if this rings any bells to you guys, but it rings a lot of bells to me because she's now married to the father of the baby that is now missing. Okay? Now, this guy, Microwave Frank, can y'all kind of elaborate exactly who he is, how he even came in play? Is he Tiana's
We never
boyfriend?
we never even heard about Michael. We never even heard about Microwave Frank having anything to do with this until Tommy went on the live and mentioned him. He knew. I believe when I heard it, he knows Tiana maybe for a few years. They dated
Mm.
past. They dated past tense, but he hasn't dated her recently. He's never met King Hill. He mentioned he saw him once at on a FaceTime when they were FaceTiming together. But so, however, there's a laptop that uh, Frank had, and Tiana at one point was using it. Taisha, help me out if I'm not saying it right. Right? Is that it? Okay. And she was using it. So supposedly he had a laptop that Tiana at one point was using. I think Frank said that's true. She was using it, but it was a while ago. It was a long time ago, no time soon. Anyway, for some odd reason, Tommy and Marv want this laptop, but not even the detectives or the feds that's in this case actually doing the case is worried about this laptop. So Tommy got a lot of people thinking, oh, something's on the laptop, something's on the laptop. I'm thinking they ain't crap on the laptop. I'm just thinking
Right.
it's another distraction.
That's what it
But
sounds
she's
like.
doing that though, because when she first came out, she incriminated herself. If you think about it, she came on and she said that we reached out to this man because we heard rumors that they had dated. So we wanted to see, because we were under the assumption that they were whatever in contact around this time. So by her story was that they reached out and that suddenly he mentioned a laptop. He brought it up on his own. She was secretly on three-way listening while Marv was asking questions, coaching him or whatever he needs. That's fine. And then all of a sudden, Tommy, the investigator or whatever she is, she gets contracted out by this one or that one, by government agencies, whatever top secret job she has, and all these, values that she takes with her in regular life, trying to interrogate people and hold up the law and all that, right? Keep that in mind because it makes a difference here. She went ahead on an open investigation referring to a missing child, called with Marv, this man, and tried getting the laptop on her own with Marv multiple times before
Saying she was a federal
notifying
agent, right?
the police that there
Right,
was
Sue?
even a laptop that existed.
Right.
So now you're so worried about people knowing about your mugshot on a public website from public safety, but
You're
you are
perpetrating.
going and interfering with possible, I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying by what you're saying, you just totally made yourself, number one. Okay, you got made and you did it to yourself. Number two, you went and could have possibly ruined evidence if there was any on that laptop. Now, guess what? What microwave man, whatever his name is, he backed out, right? He didn't give that laptop, right? He felt funky, right? Well, that's why you're supposed to let the detectives do their job. And how dare you step in on somebody else's child's investigation and put that into your own hands? Because it could have just been the tone of Marv's voice that night that rubbed that guy the wrong way, and that's why he didn't turn that over. And let's say there was something on there. Not saying there is. If there had been, you just took it upon yourself to possibly ruin that lead.
Exactly.
Like, how is that? That is a huge issue for me. So when you get on a live and act like you're some, person who holds this great, like, serious top secret position that people can't know about, and all you do is mention over and over and over what I do for a living and what I do and with what I do and with what I do, but yet you just interfered with an investigation the FBI was involved in, the police are still actively working on, referring to an actual missing child. That is some serious shit. Like, people really need to break that down and think very hard about what she actually did at that moment, or said, and she admits it more than once on a live. That is bizarre.
And don't forget to mention, when she called Microwave Frank, she told him, I am a federal agent.
That's the best part.
I'm a federal
How did I leave
agent.
that out?
Go ahead,
that is the best part. Wait, when she called him, she introduced herself as an investigator, because that's what she tells everybody now that she is. So, but implying
and her name
that she is working on the case. So not only did she take it into her own hands, but she gave this man the assumption that she had everything to do with this case, which is beyond interfering with an investigation. Yep. And who the hell does this woman think she is? Because I don't think anybody really heard of her until she just started going on another live, really. Or she was anything significant until they got married and started doing that.
Exactly.
So she made herself significant, input herself into the case, got on a live, told people information that they haven't heard, and admitted to interfering with a child's investigation.
For a slot. Let's not forget about that. She paid for that slot.
She did. That's terrible. She probably did.
Allegedly. But I just want to clear a couple things up. Number one, I want to say that Amber Hill said that that's King Hill's stepdad. So I want to respect her and
Okay.
Absolutely.
him as his stepdad.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Microwave Frank. We ain't got your name in our mouths in here. Okay.
No.
You are innocent in our eyes as far as we know. He is an up and coming rapper. Follow him. Give him some support because he's been very upfront about anything that he knows, and he is not involved. He hasn't been arrested, suspected, whatever. And Tommy paid.
What was that?
Tommy paid for. Who's got their volume turned up? Something I hear an echo.
I know. I hear like a TV on or something.
Mine is muted back here. Somebody's is a little loud back there. Okay. I don't hear it no more. Well, I kind of hear it, but not that much.
Okay, Ty, go ahead.
That's it. I just wanted to make sure we're keeping the facts straight.
So not only Tommy Torres is saying lies on Microwave Frank. Microwave Frank went on a live and told a lady from the live and told all of us, whoever was watching the live, that's not true. That's not what happened. Yes, I have a laptop. Yes, if the feds or detectives want it, I have no problem. He's smart. I have no problem giving it. What's that?
He has turned it as of last night or this morning. Law enforcement is in possession of that laptop.
Okay. So good. And then what? The next person?
You.
Me.
That's the next person.
No, wait. There's not. No. Oh no. Tommy Torres Reese. Tommy Torres Reese, because she want people to know her name. She also been on the lives attacking Amber and her brother Cody. She even threatened to press charges on them because they supposedly post a mugshot of her that she's saying it's not her, it's not true or whatever. But anyway, how are you gonna press charges on her mom that's grieving, the whole family, over a mugshot that's public record, right?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. This public record, and you actually have the nerve to go on the live and say I'm pressing charges on her.
No, somebody actually had the nerve to allow her to use their platform for
to say that
buffoonery.
You're right.
That's what it was. It was buffoonery.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. So then she has the nerve to worry. She mentioned that mugshot over and over. I can't believe you're putting my family in danger. You're putting my daughter in danger. You're putting myself. You're putting out my government. You're putting out my picture because of my job. However, the same lady who wants to press charges on Amber and Cody for putting up her public record mugshot send a picture, a private picture of me that Marvin had because I was unfortunately dating Marvin for a month. Now, I'm just trying to be silly with the unfortunately part because it makes me mad. I met Marvin 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I met Marvin and wifey.
There's an echo. Sorry, there's an echo. Somebody.
Yeah, there's an echo. Okay, so I get sidetracked. Help me out, Ty, because I was gonna say something else first.
Well, don't go into it like a long drawn out story because we really don't care about Mark. We don't care about Tommy. We didn't care about Dolly as far as her involvement with Marv because it is not instrumental in finding King.
Right.
The bottom line, there hasn't been any activity with this case because we have an arrest, we have charges formally, we just haven't gotten to the preliminary hearing because of COVID.
Right.
So it's allowing the process to run its course.
Yeah.
But Thursday, somebody came out of the woodwork with these accusations. So that's why it's a hot topic right now because somebody who has the ability to reach hundreds of thousands of people in a positive way decided to let somebody pay for a slot allegedly and put that nonsense out.
Mhm.
And it's just that simple.
Mhm.
I'm listening. Hey guys, I just joined in. It's Tasha.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
it's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few good women who are willing to take a stand and support Amber Hill because the only thing that matters is bringing King home.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. That's what we want to do.
We're here to bring the focus back.
We're
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Bring the focus back because nothing on that live is nothing about King Hill.
Right.
No, it's all
And,
drama.
and I know y'all probably already discussed this before, but I'm sorry I gotta say it. But like SP thinks nobody is jealous of Marv's marriage. It's just weird and we because it's sneaky and like you guys said, answers are needed. And I'm tired of them making it seem like that's what everybody's no, it is an uproar because it's something sneaky going on and that's why it's an uproar. You know, like nobody cares about that. But I really believe, and me and Amber were talking today, and when Tiana kept saying they set me up, we had no clue who they were, and now it's all starting to make sense.
Absolutely. We know who they are now.
Yes.
Because we
Especially.
were like, who's they? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like, who's they? Who's they? Like, it's
Right.
all to Marv. Who's they? And yep.
Especially since they out of nowhere want to blame Microwave Frank, want to blame me,
Yep.
Dolly, for maybe having something to do with it. Like, are you crazy?
Yep.
No, no. Make a big deal about my tattoos that I have to honor King. Talking about it's not. It must be what? What the heck she's saying?
And that's why I said, like, yes, we might not agree with it. Like, some people might do think it's weird, but just like a lot of people don't agree with Amber's lifestyle, like, to each its own. But are you suspicious to us? No, you never have been. You understand? Like, we've had words, faith exchange and everything, and they weren't positive. But at the end of the day, did we ever think that you hurt King? Never. That was
And I
never
never.
even a thought.
And I never thought that Amber hurt King either. And guess what? Marv never thought that either. Because I spent a lot of time with Marv in July. A lot of time. And he said it many times, even when we was on speakerphone with Tommy, while I was sitting right next to him, and she will call and he'll leave her on speakerphone, and we were all talking about this case. Tommy act like she don't really know me. She never met me face to face, but she spent a lot of time talking to me on the phone, on speakerphone with Marv while I was next to Marv. Not that not that I was on a three-way. No, I was next to him. And many times it would be Tommy Torres that would say, "Oh yeah, Tiana Parks dropped off the baby. Tiana dropped off the baby to Amber." And Marv said it many times. No, I don't believe Amber. Cause she even said she gotta have her. She gotta have King. No, Marv said many times, Amber don't have King. Amber wouldn't do this, and I know Amber wouldn't even hurt King. He also, which is crazy, because he also say, not that that's crazy. It's also crazy too because he also feels like Tiana Parks didn't hurt King too. All the times I was with him in July, he said she must be set up too because there's no way she hurt the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time when we the
That's
Cody talked to him, that's what he said. He said she's not even built like that. Like, he was like, I couldn't imagine her, her. But see, I don't know. This is all crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was mad when he would say that about because she was already arrested. So when he said that, I was like so mad. I was ready to smack him. Like, what you mean? Like, this girl's in jail sitting there for the murder of the baby. Like, you know. So, but he said it. He never talked bad about TP. Tiana Parks. He never talked bad about Amber. So I don't know why. That's what I want to say yesterday on the live when Tommy Torres had the nerve to say that Amber was a nobody, that Marvin her never had a relationship, a serious relationship. I
She said that.
yeah, I
You see all
myself
them pictures Amber got of him with them hugged up. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Yeah,
I myself
delusional.
delusional. I myself could say bullshit because I'm thinking of Tommy don't know really a lot about me. She just knows bits and pieces because she
yep.
read Marvin's cell phone.
That's what I was. It seems like she like when she said the part about, oh, he said you left your stinking shorts. Like, no, she probably saw a message where you said I left my shirts at your house or something like that, and she
Yeah.
read his messages. And yeah, so go.
No, I did leave my shorts at his house, little pink little booty shorts, but
But
they
that's
weren't
what I'm
stinky.
saying. She's reading his messages. He didn't say you left your stink ass shirts at my house. You know, her
Yeah,
reading the messages.
I
Like,
know.
Yes.
But with the whole thing with her so what I was trying to say about Amber, I had the nerve of that message, stinky short. The what I was saying about Amber, like she had the nerve to say, um, that they were never in a relationship. They were never in a relationship together. He just, he's a guy. He had sex with her whenever. Meanwhile, here where I come in, the baby King was 2 years old because now he's three. So there's a possibility that at one point that King could have had been Marv's son. So obviously they were messing around. And then they have a daughter together that's 8. Is she 8 or 9 yet? 9 now.
she's not here.
She's 9.
Yeah. Or did
Okay.
she just turn 8? I don't get me that. That's crazy. My baby.
No, I
Eight.
think maybe she just turned
Eight.
9 because this is my point. What I'm about to say.
Okay, go.
I met Marv, and this is what I don't think Tommy even knows. So now we're gonna put it out. I met Marv a little over 9 years ago. Me and Marv been friends, off and on, but we were friends. Like, no, I don't care that he even married a chick. I that don't bother me because I love him like a friend.
Look at
So
that.
anyway, 9 years ago I met him, and 9 years ago he lived in my house with my ex and me for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. It might even be 9 years ago because it was before Denver was born. This is my point. This
Okay.
it
Because
was before. Yeah,
he
it was before
married.
the baby was born. It was before, but it was when he was messing with Amber because when I tell you he was into Amber heavy.
I believe he was around too much.
Yeah,
That's when there was certain times when Amber's like, she know that men and are men and they ain't crap, but it's a certain time where she says, I know for a fact he couldn't have been with nobody. We were together every day, all day. You
yeah.
so
And I know because I was his friend, and at that time, 9 years ago, or maybe a little bit longer, 9 years ish, he would talk about Amber all the time to me, ask me for advice, talked about her. And another thing, he knew she was 16 because I was like, you're wrong for messing with that 16-year-old girl. Well, he said, wait till you see her body. Her body ain't looking like she's 16. Yeah,
wow.
that's what he said. And he talked good about her. He was like, I really have feelings for this girl. And this is before she had Denver. So that's gonna scratch
Real
out.
quick, I think that Tommy should take
Mm.
note before she leaves her 16-year-old around.
Exactly.
Remember
That's
that
like what
victim
she
blaming
said.
that happened yesterday?
That was said yesterday.
But
But
she
guess
Hmm.
said
he said
her daughter
he
doesn't act
had
like acted,
complete
so
confidence in leaving her daughter around.
Because she made it as if the child, the
it's
teenager,
Amber's
was the
fault.
issue, not the
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
She tried flipping it around.
Yep.
And
And
honestly, and listen, honestly, I could see her. I don't know if it's true, but I could see her trusting her daughter around Marv because I
No,
have a
she
15-year-old daughter.
weird.
I have a 15-year-old daughter that the freaking Tommy Torres had the nerve to mention that my daughter was babysitting King for a year. That's a lie. My daughter and I did not babysit King for a year. We just met King in March because
Mhm.
they lived in our house for a month.
Mhm.
That's it. Before that, we didn't meet King. Before that, we didn't babysit King. I wanted to clear that off
Mark
too, because
didn't even
I don't like people putting my child's mouth name
he
in your
didn't
mouth.
he didn't even start getting King like that until after King was one, because when King was a baby, she didn't allow him to go with him for periods like that anyway. So, all that over a year where other people were saying, oh, they knew King. No, you might have met him, but he wasn't with him like he was consistently, when he was a little older. When he was, younger, he was not allowed to stay out when he was a baby. So
Mm-hmm.
yes,
But this is too much, and it's really starting now. I really think like I don't know, maybe that girl and Tiana planned something, and she told Tiana she would have her back, or it's something. It is something.
I think she manipulated Tiana.
She
I think
probably
she got
did.
that phone number from out of Marv's phone, and she started fucking with Tiana, right? Because
Yo,
how did she? I'm telling you, she was acting like Amber, calling Tiana's phone or texting the phone or whatever, right? These are
mhm,
just this is allegedly. This is what I
Or if she didn't do it herself, Ty, if she didn't call herself, she could have had someone else call too.
true.
yeah.
And
Because
she
her
can't
voice
be
her
tracking
voice
That's
is
her
Tiana to
MO,
noticeable.
call.
right? She likes to call, say
Yeah.
she's somebody she's not, say
Yes.
she's working on cases that she's not,
Yes.
act
Yep,
sound like a man but she's not or is,
Yes.
who
yep.
knows? Anyway, but she's always doing something that she's not.
Right.
Oh
Yes.
wait, and then she told you she was married to the brother. Didn't she do that? But that
Yes.
implied too.
And we
But
have
Wait a
but
receipts.
wait
minute.
a minute. But what's the
Sis,
We
point?
have
That's
receipts.
another thing. She's saying that she's not that it freaking matters, but I guess it does matter because she
it
said
does because
she's been in
credibility matters. When a
she's
child's
saying
missing, credibility matters.
okay,
Yep.
so she's saying she's been within this relation with him for 2 years. How you been in this relation with this man for 2 years if he lived 1 month in my house and I've never heard of you? When we broke up in April and I didn't see him for months until after the baby went missing in July. And she even said that on the live. Dolly popped up like 4 days after. Honestly, I don't know how many days it was after, but I did pop up because I cared about the baby. I was I was like, what happened to the baby? Like, let's find the baby.
But
What
again,
happened?
all of that, her saying that is irrelevant. It's not helping anything. It's
Right.
distracting everybody, and that's where she's steering like this way when we don't even need
But
to think
when
about that. It's
yeah,
not
and
even
in July when I reached out to him, I remember the first day he
Right.
came to my job, and when I got in the car, she was on speakerphone already. He was talking to her, so I hopped in the car and everything. Then we started talking for a little bit. Then he hung up, and then we were talking. And then after that, every time she called him, he put it on speakerphone, so I heard everything she said. And he
Mhm.
introduced me to her as that's my family. And she was like, "Oh, Dolly, nice meeting you. I'm married to his brother." And that's how it went. And they talked. She's
Mm.
right. They talked a lot of times on the phone and long periods of time. They did talk every day because I was with him around that time. So she played herself by saying, "Oh yeah, she popped up. She after King came, was missing. She reached out to Marv. Whatever they talked. She didn't say that he slept at my house 2 nights in
Mhm.
July. She didn't say that I slept at his house 2 or 3
Weird.
nights in July. So
Weird.
we were together. She didn't mention
Them,
about
them key words though, with the way she talks about King, he's just another number, a
Yeah.
missing. Like, are
it's
you?
almost like she don't care about him, and
He
it bothers
doesn't.
me so
And then
much.
what he said when I thought it was a problem of him doing all this for a child he didn't know was his. Well, that's the image that he let on to everyone else because Marv knew that King was not his.
But you know what, Tash? Wait, she's
Mm.
saying she lied too when she said that. She's saying that because of my job, because people are like, why couldn't you watch him? Oh, because of my job, I can't watch him because I didn't know if that was his father, the real father. Let me tell you something. She's a liar.
what
She
kind
did
of
not.
job does that
None of
anyway?
us
Maybe
knew
I'm not sure about that.
what.
What kind of job tells you that you can't babysit?
But no,
I know. I was just wondering.
When you
What
can't
I didn't
pass
know.
a
I
when
just
you
never
can't
heard of that
pass a
before.
background test for
No, but
kids,
really,
that's
let's break
what.
that down. Like,
there you go.
You
But
don't
my
even
thing is,
have a legitimate birth certificate. See, this is the
like,
bullshit
imagine he
that
went
I'm
to somebody's
talking
house,
about.
like, yeah, I'll watch your kid. I want to see his birth certificate. Let me know what's his mother's maiden name. Where's his dad at? I need to know who the biological. Like, who the fuck
Yeah,
does
because
that?
something
What are you talking about? Like,
was
what do
she
you? Do
didn't
you
think,
have a CPS record? Is that why you can't watch a kid? What
and
is the real
it's a
reason you
lie.
can't watch a kid?
It's a lie. Listen, it's a lie. If
But
me
who
that
even
I knew
says
him
that?
for, if it's me that I knew him for 9 years and he didn't tell me that was his stepson, she also didn't know that was
Right,
stepson.
but who can't watch a baby because of they don't see the birth certificate and know whose blood is who?
She didn't
I
want to
know.
watch the baby. She didn't want the baby. She wanted Marv all to
I know,
herself.
but the fact that she
Yep.
input herself with that statement,
I know
that's
that.
she made herself look even
Look
more
stupid.
weird.
Look stupid.
And
And
she
Weird.
then
even dig the everybody the workers are even onto her. They said she's not even going to be allowed around Denver. And her everything was submitted to them, all her aliases, all that paperwork. So she's not even going to be allowed around Denver talking all that work on the gate. Because no, you're not. No, you're not. You don't even dig it.
and plus that's
Who
evil.
who could
Listen,
even come and take a platform and say that against a mother who just lost their
Yep.
son. Like, it was so malicious.
Yes.
And for the host, because I need to speak on that, for the host to sit there and allow that was some bullshit. And anybody that subscribed to that channel, they need to unsubscribe. You understand that? Because that's some bullshit. Now, you can be an advocate for children. You can go out here and collect money and all that, but you better keep your face straight. And right now, that face is looking crooked as hell. She has exploited King Hill. She's exploited his disappearance, his memory. She's had people begging for money and all that. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Her channel grew from Philadelphia.
It sure did.
Philadelphians better unsubscribe to that bullshit, because that's what it is.
Bullshit. You're right.
You couldn't have said that any better.
She done made the King Hill case a Tommy Torres case.
And now she's mad that he opened the
She
case.
blocked every one of us. Everybody that she knows from Philadelphia, she blocked them. So we can't comment on her live. We won't answer the phone when we call, because she doesn't want to have a confrontation and have her cover blown that she's a Bible-toting hypocrite with a storefront church that exploits the sick, the weary, and the grieving. Let me say that. Can I get an amen? Thank you.
Amen to that. I agree.
And I don't want to be catty. I don't like that. Right? I'm the person, I'm going to say it. I'm the person who asked her to take this case on. And every time she puts him in her title, I feel like I got a gut punch. Because what I thought she was and how she was going to bring awareness to this case so that King could be found and justice could be brought is completely the opposite of what has happened. And that is crazy.
It's okay. You didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know. So, because I thought, even though me and her had words, I'm like, okay, let me be a little nice to this old lady. If I would have known all that, I would have cursed her out when I was on the soda last and let her have it for real.
Yeah, but then she would have banged on you. But she was ignorant when you was on the show too. Ignorant. She
saw her making faces and stuff.
Very.
She's Teen Tommy. She's Teen Tommy only.
Yeah.
No one could say
Tommy paid for that slot. Tommy paid for that slot. If we go behind the scenes and offer her some money, she'll let us get on her platform and say whatever the hell we want to say too.
Yeah, I had to pay for my comment.
I believe you.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
A whole $4.
Yeah, 'cause she
I
blocked
couldn't
her.
hold it in. I'm like,
Yo.
She had to do a super chat in order to get her
I
comment
had to
put
pay
up
for
there.
my comment to even be read.
No.
Yep.
That's how she
Oh
rolled.
my goodness.
Yep.
That's how you know that the entire thing is steered one way. Because
Oh, it
there's gonna
is.
be
And
the
then
regular people that come in and pay the money. So then the valid people that are from your area that have these questions that are more involved in the case, they're just disregarded. So unless you're gonna pay for her to read it and then probably twist it to whatever she feels like it should be, you know what I mean? You're not even gonna get acknowledgement.
The Islamic community in Philadelphia is huge. When she started talking about the Muslims, that was it for me. That was it for me. Okay? Because this don't have nothing to do with finding King Hill. What are you talking about, ma'am? And anybody that starts a channel, I say this all the time, I comment this all the time because I am critical of her. But the reason is simple. Anybody who creates a channel is looking to make it grow and to make money from it.
That's eventually the point. It's not a hobby.
Exactly. I don't have an issue with that at all.
But
what I have an issue with is when you present it like you really care, but then money is the main objective. And as long as somebody comes with some money, then anything goes on that non-confrontational, no drama platform. Bullshit.
She called it that?
Yeah, she called it non-drama.
What?
Really?
She the one who starts all the crap, and she calling it no drama.
Child, she better get that order of T-shirts that she been promising them ladies for the last 7 or 8 months, and they get them because this special. What? First of all, she has this huge following, and y'all don't even know her name. Oh, how the hell y'all calling it? We love you. We love you. You don't even know who you're loving. Cut it out.
It's SP.
Cut it out.
It's not SP. It's Sonia Phillips. Sonia
She
Phillips.
acts like nobody
Right.
can't find out her information, but nobody wants to go there. Nobody needs to make this petty. I know that I don't. I can speak for myself. I really wanted to help her grow. I wanted to be instrumental in helping her get some of these cases because I care about the kids. But that's not the case. And then we have to find other avenues to get the word out because we want the truth out
Hold on,
and we
Priscilla.
want King
Priscilla just came
found.
out and
Okay?
said,
King
"Mercy,
found.
Lord." So this baby was
Period.
found dead
Yeah.
on the top rooftop of a McDonald's. What?
So what else? Because they not getting Denver. I'm just
Not at all.
that into existence, honey. I ain't get no sleep after she said that shit last night. You gotta be kidding.
I was
You
mad.
gotta be kidding.
Priscilla, where did you get this information
And
from?
Marv, take
Is a
the thong out your ass.
Yeah, they got to
Thong out your ass and
Listen,
put on some
I'm
boxes.
telling you guys, she
I'm
helped
just
him do with some SB loans and all, because you
Hold
know what's
on, I'm
going on
looking
in
into
Philly
it.
with this kind of artist stuff. She helped him do some paperwork to get some money, and that's what sold him. Because I'm surprised that he didn't move. For you to be so supposedly tough, why didn't you? Who stopped you from running up on Tiana or anything when she supposedly was acting funny with King and the? I just can't
yeah.
get
You know why? Because it was him acting funny, not Tiana.
that.
Because he was messing with Tiana. He could say that he wasn't all that he wants, but the best indicator of future behavior is all relevant past behavior. And what we know is he loves women. He was dealing with Tiana.
I feel like he was. Do you
I think so too.
force your face? Yeah, I feel like
I think so.
because what else was there? You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't just that good of friends where she would
And
just be a 24-hour babysitter.
yeah,
for
and not only that, like when he was at my house, when King was here at my house with me and my family, me and my kids, it's not like he was by himself. All right, maybe if Marv went to, remember they were living here, staying here, so it's not like I had him alone and Marv was staying somewhere else for a whole month. No, Marv was here with him. He might have had left to go to work, but at that time Marv wasn't working a lot at the gym. So he was leaving maybe just like he would leave like maybe twice a week to go to the gym. And if he wasn't in the gym, he was here. I would go to work, and he was here. So
What kind of a fool of
for
a
him, for Marv to trust, for me, this is my opinion because I asked Marv, were you with Tiana? He keeps saying no, no, no. She never gave me no sexual advance. Anyway, but to me, if he trusts Tiana, because he really trusts Tiana with King, it's because they had that kind of relationship. That's all.
no, really, because it don't make no sense.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's my, and like I said, when I asked him, he told me no.
and see how he hasn't communicated with Amber since this happened, which is completely wrong. And if you're listening, Marv, you need to reach out to your baby mom because this is some bullshit right there. That's the first thing. The second thing is Tommy. You if you listen to the things that she said, she's a damn narcissistic sociopath. And I ain't a psychologist. But I'm telling you that she's self-absorbed and all she brought that little segment so she could talk about her damn self. She didn't talk about King at all. And then talked about how she gonna have Denver and she gonna co-parent with Amber like she's the fucking parent.
Co-parent.
Like,
I
who
know.
does that?
I almost broke the TV when she said that.
She's trying to act like she's clever,
But
like
wait a
she's the
minute,
clever one. She's coming in, she's all nice, and she cares about this and that. But at the end of the day, first of all, let's I mean, the obvious questions. You say you married this man, you've been in a relationship for 2 years, but in another hand, in the same sentence, well, pretty much, you say that you know of the other women he was with, right? You say how you're an investigator, you're so involved in this and that, you know what's going on, your line of work, right? That's all we hear. But where were you when the baby was sleeping at Tiana's for days on end? Where were you? And another thing for Mark is that you were so close knit with this family, you had such a great relationship. What held you back from telling the mother about the babysitter?
Right.
What made it? And not wait. And another point, what were you doing all those nights? Why did you need a babysitter that long? Do you have like?
He was with Tommy.
He was hooking up with
Right. My
And
point.
Tommy didn't want to be bothered with Tiana
Right.
or
But
King.
I'm saying that so people could hear it. Let's break it
Yes.
down
Yes.
and let them hear what really fucking happened and
Yes.
why. So know what went on with the other women. Let's be real. You didn't
No,
have
you was
facts.
fucking him for 2 years.
Right.
That's what
However
he
you
was
want to put it.
fucking you. Y'all weren't in
Right.
no love, you dumbass bitch. And you gonna write a script for him to read when he goes on that lady show. I was in love for 2. Get the
But
fuck
wait,
out of
did
here.
you guys see on her page months ago in May when she took that picture of her BMW and it says something about that M is so sexy. I picked up on that. Because
Yes.
what
No, I
else are
didn't
you
see that
talking about
picture.
out there?
Yes.
What else you talking about from a BMW? You just pick the M out of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just see everything.
No,
No,
she
I saw
and
when
she
she
put
was like,
that
"I'm
page
ready
up.
for another entanglement." No, but
Yeah,
my
I
thing
saw that
is,
too. As a
my thing
married
is
woman.
when she met me on the phone in July, she said I'm married to his brother. Why would you lie and say I'm with his brother?
Yeah, for
I
what?
believe
What
that
was
she
her
wasn't in a
purpose?
relationship then. I believe she was in a relationship, and that's why she was okay, and that's why Marv was.
Yup. They
That's
probably
why.
was both doing them. Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
because
about you. It
listen,
was about hiding what she was doing.
Yes.
she
Really.
knew
Oh,
she knew that Marv was with me. In July when we started again, she knew about me. She might lie and say, but she knew until I snapped out of it. And then I started. She was acting real nice and sweet to me. A woman could tell when another woman's fake. Well, a real woman, because I could tell when you being fake with me.
yes.
And I told Marv, something not right with her. She's into you. Oh no, that's family. He used to call her cousin, and she got mad. Oh, I'm your sister-in-law. Don't call me your cousin. Stop calling me. It was just weird. Stop calling me
She
your
was
cousin.
saying that out loud because her man was probably sitting on the couch 5 feet away.
She told Marv, oh, I'm scared because Cody's putting out there stuff about you, so I'm scared someone's gonna come hurt you. You need to go stay. You need to go stay somewhere else. She's on speakerphone. I'm in Marv's house with him, and he's like, all right, Dolly. He says, Dolly, can I stay with you? I was like, come on. So we go to my house. Her whole demeanor on the phone was, she was like, you sure you want to do that? You don't got nowhere else you could stay?
Yeah. All
Like,
right. Let's get into that recorded phone call that Tiana left on that detective's voicemail that Tommy was privy to. That SP gonna try to act like she got an anonymous tip. No, we know where it came from. We know where Dolly's pictures came from. We know where you got all those names for those fake profiles came from.
Mm,
They're all Tommy. Come on now.
mm, 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 mm.
Okay, let's talk about this surveillance where they have Tiana Park's car parked somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't
How?
see that.
me
How?
neither. I didn't see it.
How? It
And
was
number
the
one,
same
if
day.
that is real, you was getting so much trouble for leaking evidence going on in an ongoing case. Like, what are you? What is
That's what
come
I'm
on now?
saying.
Yes.
And not for nothing, when you work for a government agency, understand something. This is just a fact. This is just like you cannot involve yourself in certain things because it actually can question your title. So, for instance, a cop's kid gets arrested, right? He wants to step in because they take care of each other, right? Let's be honest, that's how it goes. But there's a finesse way that you go about something like that, and if you get caught doing that, they call that corruption.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
for you, and that's just a fact. For you to say and broadcast yourself on a YouTube live, input yourself in the case, steer the case in whatever direction, and expect people to respect your opinion and your stories, say this and that about who you are. Meanwhile, you got mugshots out there, and the second everybody finds them, you want to press charges. Like, go press charges against public safety, bro.
She's
Like,
so
you're acting real
That,
wild right now. And admitted that you interfered with an investigation.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you lying so much about these. Number one, there's one thing that actually has all her aliases in one. So Tamika Watson, that's not me. Yes, it was.
The oath she took, wait, but that oath she took, do they know that she's using their title in an ongoing investigation with a missing child and calling people, making them under the assumption that she's an investigator working on that case, asking questions, possibly fucking up evidence if it ever existed, just saying, because she
Mm-hmm.
said this. She said that she did that. We didn't say it. We didn't accuse anybody, but she said that. So how do you sound? Does your job know that you're out here acting like this? You look stupid.
Yep.
Who trained you?
Yes.
What certificate do you have?
Exactly.
No, really. Like, what do? You drive around in the security car in Wendy's parking lot with a little thing? Like, that's what you do? Like,
Right.
what do you do? Or do you work for some, I don't know, insurance company and you check people who fake fallen and, I don't know, people, like, stop. You sound silly.
You come out with your full name, you put up your wedding picture, you leave your Facebook profile open,
Public.
you put things that deal with Marv on your page, and you come out with it right before the preliminary hearing. Is that a coinky thing?
Yeah.
See, because I don't have to be the brightest bulb on the tree to see what the hell's going on. That's why we know that you paid for that slot on that thing's platform. We know this. And we know that you're hiding something, honey, but we see you, Tommy Torres. We see you.
But the
It's
thing is, I
coming out.
think she wanted this attention. She acts like, oh, I don't want this attention. Why don't you guys do something and donate and focus on King? Like, bitch, you just involved yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Completely.
Like, wait, you do, hold on. She's doing some reverse psychology bullshit right now, trying to
Yeah.
act like we came for her. But, bitch, you just came out here with some extra, not regular, weirdo fucking shit. And then decided everybody needs to shut up and respect what the fuck I'm saying. Bitch, you are a fraud.
You see,
Your
I was
job
quiet,
doesn't
right?
make
You
sense.
see, I
She
was
makes me so
quiet.
mad. I cannot.
I know.
Like,
You see,
And
I was.
this
You see,
lady
I was
let
quiet.
her.
I didn't start talking, so you wanna put my picture up? You wanna talk
That's what
shit
I'm
about
saying.
me?
Like,
That's
you
when I
asked for
started
this, so
talking.
you wanted the attention. Why?
And you know why?
Do you have
And you know
another
why?
direction?
And I'm gonna say something, Tosh. Is it Tosh or Latasha? I don't want to say the wrong name.
Call me Tasha.
Tasha. All right.
Tasha, it don't matter. Yeah.
Tasha. All right. I wanna say something. Like, so people are saying, because SP on her keeps saying on her live, where this woman came from? Where this woman came from?
Yeah, we gotta
I
stop
knew
saying
him.
that name. We gonna call it Roblox
Fake news. Fake news. The fake news is live.
or something.
So something. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, say it
So
different.
she keeps saying where she came from. Where she came from. Like, she's so concerned about where I came from. Listen, I was here. I knew him 9 years ago. I didn't see him every day for 9 years. We went months and years without seeing each other. But I'm telling you, I met him 9 years ago. 9 years ago, he stood at my house for 4 months. And then recently in March, he stood at my house for a month. However, I'm private. Like, people don't need to know everything. Even when I was coming at y'all a little bit, because y'all were coming at me, Tosh, and I apologize to you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we were coming out, I could have been a bitch, and I could have been like, "Oh, I know, I know that because he was at my house. You know why I didn't mention my house? Out of respect for Amber, even though I don't know her.
Listen, you have to be real crazy to put somebody's pictures up, to say their name in your commercial, and then when they call on your line, you're asking them where the fuck did they come from?
Wait,
Are
the
you
best is
serious, bitch?
she's
brought
sending
me
your
out.
pictures, but
I'm
man
here.
said her mugshot got out.
Right,
Meanwhile, your picture was private and hers is public.
right. And my
Exactly.
thing is, look, and not this. This is a plot twist
Exactly.
too.
Her
That
personal.
picture.
Exactly.
So that was like, I'm pretty sure that picture was in March, because even when we were messing around in July, I don't think that was July. I think that picture was in March. So that picture was in March when he was living with me. That means when Tommy went in his phone in July, she kept all that shit.
Yes.
She went through his phone.
Yes.
You know, that makes me wonder,
Wow.
like,
She
is there
probably
like
does it
another
to
direction
herself.
she like we're falling into her like palm kind of like
No, let me
because
tell you.
really think about it. It's for somebody who doesn't want attention. She's done everything to get it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's like, what are you trying to do?
Hold on, real quick, Todd. My family said that they are right now, after they heard her on the live and that Marv was right next to her, and while he lied on me, listen, my family members of me said, you know what? I'm 100% sure that they were going to try to set you up too. Yeah. And it could be a possibility. They were like this. It could be a possibility when you popped up in July. That's why she was always on speakerphone, because they were giving each other like little, like,
cues.
yeah.
Little cues, yeah.
Mm.
And I was like, what the?
Right, like this might go deeper than what we're even seeing right now, because what she's doing and how she's moving is like, you go on this rant. You don't want this attention. Why don't we focus on this? Like, first of all, the only reason why it got off the direction it was supposed to be on is because of you. That's number one. And you input yourself, like you said, broadcasting your red dress or whatever the hell that is, in your wedding dress.
Has to.
and doing all this stuff, getting on lives, paying for your time, whatever. But then you miss. But then what? Like you just this is a whole setup, the whole thing. I think.
And then the nerve to try to threaten Cody and Amber about pressing charges, talking about my life in danger. No, bitch, your life's in danger because you want to be talking about Microwave Frank,
Right.
and you want to be talking about Dolly and people that
Yeah, how
have nothing
about
wrong
that?
with the baby.
Girl.
Listen,
Well, y'all heard what Frank said. Frank said he put your dumb ass in the microwave, Tommy. You better leave him the hell alone. Okay? Because what he say? Whatever he said, it was some dope shit. It sounded like a rap lyric to me. Okay? He told him, he got them right together. But Frank, don't come for me because I ain't coming for you, boy. I think you're innocent and this girl's crazy.
right? Do we cover everything?
And that's that simple. And tonight, what we wanted to do was come and clear the air, let the people know that we are not stuck up confrontational women in Philadelphia or the Philadelphia area. We are passionate. And we about who's somebody. I got the echo.
Got a heck
Somebody has it.
on. Is it better?
Now when we come back, we're coming back. It'll be more organized, and we're going to explore the facts, not the gossip. Right.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
It
Thank you.
says someone summarized the case. Basically, King Hill is missing. He was left in the care of his stepfather, and he gave the baby to a babysitter that took the baby and did something with the baby that nobody knows what she did with the baby, basically. So now it's a mystery. You want to summarize the case? You know how you
Any
heard
questions?
about the King Hill case.
And if anyone knows anything, call SUV.
Yes,
If anyone
please.
knows anything, call SUV.
Don't call a YouTuber.
No.
And
They
and we
what
also,
about it?
guys, want to make a
Call
point
the
to
police.
call different detectives and different agents. We don't want to stick with one because I don't know who's crooked. Tommy could be smashing one of these detectives. I don't, I just at
Right.
this point, I don't know. So I just want to make sure different agents and different detectives are reached out to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
I agree. Anything's possible, and why take the chance?
But I will tell you guys this: for her to be such an agent, the FBI did not know anything about their marriage, but they know now.
Right.
But
And that's us.
I
She does
gotta
not work for
ask,
the FBI.
right? I gotta ask, how are you an FBI agent and you talking this much? I've never seen an
Exactly.
FBI agent just.
They call that an FBI informant.
That's exactly what she is, a CI.
Got
That's exactly
mad
what
bad
she is.
information.
I've
Yeah.
A
never seen
snitch, a
nobody
snitch,
talk that
a
much.
bad snitch.
Well,
No.
she's been found out, and like us. Now that we got this out the way, the gossip. We want to get right back on point. King Hill.
Right, Danae.
King.
Danae, that's
You
neither
know
here
what?
nor there. First of all, how can you blame the mother? You say the parents. The mother was not there. She had
Right.
nothing to do with this. She was
Yes.
not around when that stepfather handed her baby off to this woman that she did not know.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's just drama for
she
viewers
has
on
two
other pages.
children,
That's
and
all that
he
is.
claimed that he was going to help
It's
care
hate.
for the other baby. Like,
Then
This
that.
chick, God,
Then
this chick.
pray for Amber and pray for Marv because he gonna need it, and
yes, she
Amber
do.
needs it. That's all. Instead of because you can't judge this situation and you can't blame the mother because he was not in her care.
Right.
And the reason he was with the stepdad is because they had an arrangement, an
Yep.
agreement. That's all we need to know. Everything else is null and void. King would still be here if his stepfather didn't turn her
Mhm.
over to a murderer, whether it was T Parks or goddamn Tommy peanut butter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All to keep up with his image. I'm sorry, guys. This is crazy.
Yep. So
You know what? It had to be done though with all this shit that was out there and stuff. Like this had to be done. It was.
And not to
Hey girl,
mention, yeah,
hey.
you're right.
Oh my God. How can you say this is just gossip? This case is mad old. Exactly. First and foremost, the baby has not been found.
No.
So you sound
we
stupid.
anything
Thank
we
you
have
for whoever
receipts
just deleted that because it just don't make sense.
we have
Sound
receipts
stupid.
for everything that's been stated. Receipts. Not
And we show
those
our
not
receipts.
those
We got
other
receipts
kind
we
of
can show.
receipts over there either. We have
Mhm.
real receipts. Real receipts. Okay? That bullshit that Tommy thought she was coming up here and talking to people who weren't going to check into her shit, she's been found out. It's just that simple. And
Mhm.
it's not us. Don't get on here trying to attack anybody that's on this panel. Don't get on here trying to attack Amber. Don't get on here trying to attack Cody because they are innocent.
Cody and
And they've
Amber
lost
went
their
on. Cody and Amber went on Steve Wickel. What is it? Wickel show.
Cody
that's
is actually in the chat, you guys.
Oh, okay.
good.
Mm.
Shout
Shout out to Cody.
Oh,
Hi,
boy.
Cody.
Hey
Hi,
Cody, we
Cody.
support you, brother. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Mm-mm. But my thing is, Cody and Amber went to that Steve Workman show, and let me tell you, even even though me and Cody have words too, I don't care. When I saw Cody cry, like I was like, oh my god, I felt, he's a man. And I, let me tell you something.
Everybody
He
has
definitely
feelings.
I
loves
was
his
around
nephew.
Marv. Let me tell you something. I was around Marv in July, right? A lot. I didn't see Marv cry. I saw a little
Exactly.
tear. I saw a tear come down his eye, but I didn't see him cry.
Anybody
But
who watched that
but my
Steve
thing is,
Wilkos episode and didn't drop a tear, you got a freezer where your heart used to be.
yeah,
Okay?
I
Because
got a little
that
brother.
man,
So listen,
you
I got a
saw the
little
pain
brother.
in
I got a
Cody.
little brother, so I was like, damn, that's like if one of my kids or something was missing, that would be my little brother, crying. It was emotional. It was you could tell he was hurt. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, all right. So that whenever he said negative stuff about me that people showing me, I know he was acting on emotion. Plus, he didn't know me either. So it is what it is. My thing is, I like that Amber and Cody went on that show because
Me
that
too.
show showed King's picture more. People
More people to
that
see.
maybe never even heard of King Hill now because they went on that show.
Absolutely.
How come Marv didn't go on the show?
Yeah, because apparently he was giving advice that it wasn't in his best interest or something that it was.
Oh,
And those
really?
people,
And
those
who
people
was
didn't
that
give him the
advice
advice that
from?
it's not in the best
Two time
interest.
Right.
Tommy?
And
They
those
couldn't
people
tell me shit. If I
bullshit.
cared
Cause
about where my son was at, ain't no way you couldn't tell me. I'm going
listen,
on there. I'm gonna clear my goddamn name if I don't
Right.
have nothing to
If
do
you was
with
listen.
here
it.
from
I'll
the
be on the
beginning, you would have
Steve. I'll
heard.
be on the Murray. I'll be on
But
fucking
it's
Oprah
apparently
Winfrey,
you
and she don't
just
even have a show
joined.
no more. Listen, if that was true
Hey
that
girl,
they told him,
504. What's your question? Ask your question.
what they typing?
Exactly. Like this girl, she just
What is the question?
she
It's a
claiming
troll.
that this is so old and it's gossip. Like how? The baby has not been found.
We don't care about her.
Are you
You don't
like
get no.
you about to get banned?
Ask your question.
That's probably Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
Word.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that shit. It's under one of her fake names, her screen names.
Yes.
Hey girl,
She's gonna
hey.
try to she's gonna try to blame you, Dolly. She's gonna say that's you in there.
Mhm.
Right. And how do you go on somebody else's platform and oppose as a whole nother person? I'm
Because you're
She does.
just baffled by that one.
a punk
Are you
ass
talking about the
bitch.
first time she went on the live? You talking about her first live?
I don't know. I heard that she went on there claiming that she was Dolly. And Dolly's right here. Dolly ain't never been on there, so I'm confused.
Well,
Oh,
she claiming
someone,
she's Dolly to a lot of people.
Oh.
Wow.
Dolly and Faith.
She also claims she's an investigator to a lot of people too.
So this
Yeah,
lady
Yeah,
That's
well,
not.
seems like she got some multiple personality disorder or something.
He
we
probably
did an
did.
investigation on the investigator, child.
this
Police, and
this
it's Paw Patrol, like they said.
listen. Tiana Parks is in jail, but this lady has proven with the last few days that she is more psychotic, crazy, manipulator, a narcissist.
Yes,
She's
sociopath.
she is crazier than
Yes, she
freaking
is.
Tiana. Like really, this is crazy. I pray that everyone involved with this, with the disappearing of King, gets dealt with. one way or another. I pray, like, God, please. I'm not a religious person, but I pray, and I really do pray. And God, I've been praying since July. Everyone involved with this, please, like, let it come to the light and let it be soon. Like, don't let it be like years to come and then you find something out in 10 years. Like now,
Girl, you don't
December
want to
2nd.
test me today. You don't want to test me,
December
girl. Go
2nd.
sit down.
Sounds like she wants to leave.
I think she do. I think
Yeah.
she want to do. She want to leave. Kingsley, you want to
Lemonade.
take care of that for me? You want to boot this bitch?
Yes,
You can
please
What
definitely
do.
she
leave.
said? What
What she
happened?
say? It's sabotage.
You can
Get
definitely
out of
leave,
here.
bitch.
What
Or you
she
can sit
said?
there and talk, just like I could do. Like what that bitch be doing. Shadow banning people that be
So you
talking.
really think? Listen.
Who
So
wants to talk to the what? I would like to address the chick with the black mask on. What?
She talking about me
Who is like?
because I said she sounds stupid because she was saying that the case is old and we're just gossiping about it. Like, first of all, if you were here from the
Case.
beginning, you would have heard all the facts that was stated. You would have heard
Oh God,
the whole time we were talking.
bye.
What
Go
we've
ahead.
been talking about
I'm
is
sorry,
straight
it's Keisha. Go
facts.
ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
bye,
Like
Felicia.
irrelevant. Right. Bye, Felicia. Irrelevant.
Like we are
Anyways.
fine. I'm tired of everybody thinking that nobody's doing. First off, nobody posts every move on social media like some of these weirdos out here.
You're
Okay,
not
that's number
supposed to.
one.
Yeah.
You understand exactly. So y'all don't know what people are doing. Everybody wants to be so hyped. Oh, y'all need to take this energy. You don't know what we're doing. And the
Right.
people, oh, you sound mad. Yes, I am mad. The
Yes.
baby's missing. I am mad. So do
Yes.
you want to feel the wrath of my anger? Not to get violent, because I am not like this. But
Right.
this is a different subject. So do you want to feel the wrath of this anger? And then everybody like, oh, I would act like this. Well, let's God hope that you would never find out how you would have to act in a situation like this,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
nobody is exempt to something happening to them or their child, regardless.
I think
That's
I think we all on the same page, you guys. The chat is all saying basically they feel like Marv and this lady Tommy needs to be locked up. Like they're interfering in the case way too much. It's just something not right about the whole situation. Like, could she be the person that met up with Tommy? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't
I think so.
understand
I
why.
think she's a person. I think that if someone did meet up with Tiana, if someone was harassing her, since she harassed me and play on so many other phones and
Yeah, that's
harass
what
people, I don't put it past her that she was that you know that she called Tiana was and possibly was acting like Amber. I
Trying
don't
to
put
get
it
the
past her.
baby. Cause why ain't
She
she?
acts
Do
like
she
other
got
people.
any kids? I don't even think she got any kids. Why ain't she got no
no.
kids?
She
She
me.
does have children. She has a 16-year-old and a 26-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember she
And
said it yesterday.
I don't even watch that lady. Um,
Yep.
hmm.
So it was good. And Valley Girl asked, "What the fuck are the detectives saying?" Nothing, because the preliminary is December,
December 2nd.
and that the prosecution has they have not divulged it to the public.
Yes.
The continuances were requested by the defense, though.
To
So for everybody who's thinking that the prosecution they don't have sound evidence,
Oh no, they have
they
they're
do. Yes,
they've been ready from day one, and that's why I
exactly.
believe we have strong evidence that's going to come out, because very rarely is Commonwealth over here ready on the first case. It's usually them that request a continuance, but they're ready.
so let's
Yeah,
pray. December 2nd. Yeah.
that's right. Hopefully they'll work and we can start moving forward. But until then, we're gonna hold Amber down. We're gonna hold Kobe down. We're gonna hold Kimberly down. We're gonna hold Latasha down while she's holding them down.
Yeah. That's
Okay?
right.
And that's it's just that simple. Anybody got a problem with it? That's your problem.
Y'all
That's
got
your
any
problem.
questions in the chat? Anybody feel like it's something that has not been covered? Because I think we went through a lot.
And if anybody on here that really genuinely cares, call the detectives and put pressure on them, and the FBI, and put pressure on them,
Yes.
and to get on this case. If anybody isn't listening in here that really genuinely cares, that's how you can help us.
Yep.
Yes. Justice for King Hill. Bring him home. Bring the baby home. And the
Yeah.
next time we come back, facts. That's all we dealing with. The facts, hard facts.
Yep.
No drama. Thank you, Chai, for letting us come on and get this off our chest. You know, that lady got on that lady's live for 2 hours and they let Dolly get on there for 7 minutes. And the
Oh,
whole
right.
time
And that's
getting
what irked
attacked.
me. That's what irked me too. How can you invite somebody to your platform after using practically insulted them and not
Show
expect
my
them to
picture.
come at you with anger? Like if you show a provocative picture of me on your platform, why would you not expect me to come at you hard? And then you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna argue with nobody. I don't do that. You came at me aggressive, bitch. You got a provocative picture of me that I have never put out anywhere. That's
Mhm.
Yes.
illegal.
And
Yes.
That's
then
illegal.
and not to mention what she said. Oh, it don't show nothing. It don't show the
Right?
booty.
It don't show
Okay,
her
but
face, bitch.
when the bitch
Well,
listen,
everybody knows me.
anyone that knows me will recognize my tattoo. So
Yeah.
come on now.
Mhm.
My tattoo alone, that's why a long time ago someone said it's not good to get tattoos. I see why. I
Yes.
just learned at the age of 38 why it's not good to get tattoos that you can see them like that. Because anyone, that's not the point. Oh, you can't see. It don't matter. Anyone, if that picture would have went on Instagram or end up on Facebook, everyone, my father, my kids would be like, damn, mom, like, what type of stuff are you on? Like, and listen, my whole point was too, what did that picture have to do with King Hill?
Nothing.
What
Waste
did
of
that picture
time.
have to do?
She just wants drama, attention, and that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of what we're doing is trying to get it back on the right track and focus on what's actually important, finding the baby, finding out the truth,
Right.
not
And then
sitting there talking about what you have tattooed on you. That's
what I
ridiculous.
have tattoo on me, and what I have tattoo on me, a black heart means whatever in her head. I never heard that shit. It don't mean that to me. And
Right? You
and
sit
she
there.
asked she asked if I got my kid's name. Yep, they're black. I also have another little girl's name that's not my daughter, and she's also, her name is on me too. That's me. I got a big heart. Y'all fuck around, keep on being my friends. Y'all might be tattooing my baby. So
I know that's right.
I'm with the shits. What's up? Group tattoo. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
God.
that's just me. You
Straight
can't
up.
you can't you can't ask them, you can't be mad. And then I answered her question yesterday. What was the point of me going on live and answering her question about what the tattoo meant to me? I wanted to honor King.
Oh,
Okay,
cause
I
I,
wanted to
cause I
honor
just
King.
wanted to see what she was gonna say.
But then
What?
today she did two lives. She did two lives today, and she still mentioned me in the tattoo.
Yes.
She did. I saw part of it this morning.
Yes.
She has
She,
nothing to do.
she ain't getting no more views from me. I'm telling you that right now.
Me
I
too.
don't give a
I'm
shit.
a
I
unsubscribe.
don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah,
If she give away $1,000,000, I'ma miss it. You know why? Cause she won't get not nary one solitary view from me. Everybody in here that's from Philadelphia, if you're not from Philadelphia, if you love King Hill, unsubscribe to both of those channels because she thinks that one bad. What did she tell me? It doesn't matter. One person doesn't matter. For every one person, she gets 200. This is what that arrogant thing told me. Make
Mm-mm.
her those words. Unsubscribe and stop following that BS.
I was supporting, and she told me we in competition. She would never come to my channel. I'm like, okay, well, bye. Well, fuck you
Mm-mm.
too. I guess not. So yeah, I don't follow that channel anymore either. I don't like rudeness. That's disrespectful. When somebody trying to support you, I'm done.
How about when she had the nerve? How about when Tommy Torres had the nerve to say, "Oh, I bought her a coat"? Bitch, you don't say shit that you bought somebody.
Right.
You don't say shit like that.